All right, welcome back to Living in Charlotte, NC. I'm Dave DeSilva, longtime Charlotte resident and your go-to realtor for the greater Charlotte area. And today we're covering one of Charlotte's premier communities, the Palisades in Southwest. I was going to go this way, Southeast. It's over here in Southwest Charlotte. So if you're considering a move to Charlotte or just curious about this beautiful neighborhood, what it has to offer, all that good stuff, we're going to go ahead and bring it to you right now. So stick around. If this is your first time to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, tap the bell so you can be the first one to get notified when we put out our most recent or latest videos. We get calls, texts, emails all the time from people just like you who want to know what's going on in this general area. So whether you're coming here for a visit or you're thinking of moving here, whether it's 10 days, 10 weeks, 10 months, that's not too early, or it's not too early right now to contact us to discuss the things to do, people to see, places to go, all that good stuff. We can certainly entertain any questions on the real estate market as well. And one of the things that we love to do, or I love to do anyway, is to get on Zoom calls with you guys when you want to talk about Charlotte. I have talked to people that are just coming for a visit, and that was kind of awkward because I'm looking at more of the real estate side of Charlotte or answering questions about the general area. Regardless of that, if you want to visit here or come here, you have questions, please take a look at the description down below. Maybe set up a Zoom call. You'll get me on the phone. You can set it up to meet your time constraints, whether you want to get out for 30 minutes, 20 minutes, 60 minutes, at any time of the day, month, week that's available. You can set that up yourself. So let's do that. Let's get on a Zoom call. We'd love to hear your comments as well. So here we go. Imagine living in a place where you have access to a private Jack Nicklaus 18-hole golf course, an equestrian center, miles and miles of nature trail right out your front door, and then of course, beautiful Lake Wylie. Well, welcome to the Palisades. It's the Palisades, where luxury meets nature. The Palisades is a master plan community in Southwest Charlotte, like I said, near the serene shores of Lake Wylie. Lake Wylie is the lake that separates North Carolina and South Carolina. All right, so this expansive neighborhood spans over 1,600 acres and offers a wide range of homes, from like charming townhomes to luxurious estates. Yeah, that's right. Some of those are massive homes. And so whether you're looking for a cozy retreat or a spacious family home or some sort of equestrian type feel, the Palisades has something for everyone. And the Palisades actually started coming out of the ground about the turn of the century. I know that kind of sounds funny, but since we're in the 2000s, what I mean by the turn of the century is somewhere in the early 2000s. And back then, when the Palisades was being developed, I was just moving to the Charlotte area, but there were homes all over the peninsula that the Palisades is located on. Many of them built in the 60s, some in the 70s and 80s, but they were nice little homes. Nobody thought it was going to be the paradise that it is today, other than for a couple individuals, and some of those homes are still there. New construction continues today, 20 plus years later, and some infills are possible in certain places around the Palisades, maybe outside the neighborhood. So it is kind of cool when you can get out there and find some of those older homes. And like I said, a few of them outside, a few of them still on the outskirts of the Palisades, and you might be in one of the Palisades homes in a specific neighborhood, and across the street is one of the older homes, so they're kind of grandfathered in. And of course, there are a lot of waterfront homes in the Palisades, as well as some of those older homes. And that waterfront, what is it? It's Lake Wylie. So let's talk about real estate options here. And the Palisades features homes built by a bunch of top-notch builders from around the Charlotte area, or that have come into the Charlotte area, kind of like Lennar, Shea Homes, Toll Brothers, the old Cal Atlantic, Taylor Morrison's in there. So you've got a variety of builders that have existing homes there, and some of those builders are still working on homes today. And there are a number of communities that are primarily custom builders. Some of those are very small communities, maybe 10, 11, 12, 13 homes on bigger lots, but we do have a lot of custom builders in the Palisades. Now, as far as home prices go right now, there's a huge range. Recently, the home prices are somewhere between $512,000 to $2.95 million. And that's a huge house. And so they cater to all sorts of budgets and preferences and designs. And in the past 6 to 9 months, Homes have sold in the Palisades from 489,000 to 1.4 million. So again, you see that huge range of homes. All right, so what we're going to do is touch on the builders a little bit. Each of those builders brings a little bit of a unique touch to the community. For example, Lennar Homes, they offer spacious single-family homes with modern designs and smart home features. That's kind of cool. Lennar Homes has always been pretty easy to deal with and work with, as are many of these builders. You take a look at Shea Homes, and they provide luxurious options with open floor plans and high-end finishes. Somebody like Cal Atlantic, they might focus on family-friendly layouts and quality craftsmanship. Like I said, you've got Taylor Morrison, who's a great quality name around the area, and also Toll Brothers, who presented recently built, and actually somebody's been around for a couple of years, but the Regency at Palisades, which is a 55+ targeted community with upscale homes and exclusive amenities. They've got their own amenities in the Regency. So let's take a look at one of these homes, why don't we? And here we are at the Regency of Palisades, or Regency at Palisades. Looks like it's work day in the neighborhood as far as lawn maintenance gets taken care of. And these are Toll Brothers homes. Most of them right now are in the mid to high 6s to 700 plus. I saw a couple of them recently at 625, 635, and then 725. A lot of ranch style. Here we see some with the 1.5 story homes, but 11 ranch style. Again, Toll Brothers is the builder, different elevations. They may have a couple of the floor plans side by side, but you can't tell sometimes because the elevations, the frontage is different looking. So we're gonna, like I said, step into one of these. Okay, as promised, here is the tour of our Toll Brothers home at Regency, the 55+ targeted community at Palisades. Heading inside. This is, oh, get a little fogged up there maybe. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's about 2,261 square feet, give or take. This is the first room on the left. It's got double doors, more of an office. You've got the luxury vinyl plank flooring, high ceilings, 8-foot doors, it looks like, on most of the locations. Great lighting. We're coming to the kitchen area. Little nook here, landing area just outside of the garage entrance. Let me swing this thing around, kind of give you a better view of the kitchen. All Whirlpool appliances, stainless steel, 5-burner gas stove. Those are those soft shut drawers and cabinets. Microwave built in. Again, all Whirlpool. This is a huge walk-in, looks like a walk-in closet. It's the pantry. And then zip around, take a look at more of the living area. Blinds, we're going to go in there. Check out the 2 bedrooms, the 2 secondary bedrooms. There we go. We've got full bath in between. And each of the bedrooms has a pretty good sized closet, double doors. Again, the high ceilings. I mean, these are 11-foot ceilings. Nice hardware. This home was just built in 2021, so it's not that old. It's listed at $625 by a friend of mine at EXP, John Smith. And he is a listing agent. You can call John or give me a buzz if you want to get in here to take a look at it. But again, we're just showing you one of the homes in the Palisades. Here's out the back window. Oop, got that guy in his bathrobe. This is like another room. This is the closet. Something that's cool. I'll show you out that door in a second. This is the walk-in closet in the primary bedroom. And if you head around here, a number of these homes in here have this sort of thing where you've got a connection between the laundry room, pretty big laundry room with a sink, and the master bedroom closet, and then back out to the other 2 bedrooms. So that is kind of cool. Let's see. Here we go with the tile shower. Great head, and my favorite, of course, is the seating in the shower. And then if you take a step back, you don't have to look at me in the mirror. There we go. Double vanity, granite. We also mentioned there was granite in the kitchen. Well, there we go. There's the famous commode. and see the size of the bedroom. So that's just a quick description of one of the homes in here. It's Toll Brothers built, 3-bedroom, 2-bath, about $625 right now. That's the pricing. We are at the end of June. This is a good view of the room, the space in this home. It's a great layout, ranch style home. You do see a number of this floor plan that has a second floor, either with a loft or sometimes a bedroom and a bath upstairs. So lots of options here with the Toll Brothers homes, and these are all going to be pretty much resale homes. So this is again a home that's going to have the advantage of their own Regency amenity center, and that includes a pool, clubhouse, tennis. I think there's a playground over there as well. So so much for that. We'll jump into the rest of the Palisades tour. And last but not least is Northridge by Taylor Morrison, and this is a neighborhood that is just fairly new, not 100% built out yet. I will drive you by some of those new homes in a second, but they do have some very nice homes in here. Taylor Morrison's, very well-respected builder in the Charlotte area, and this is just beyond the entrance off of York Road into the Palisades. And again, what you're seeing here are something similar to, but a different style of the Lennar homes, and these are 2-story homes, 2-car garages, a little bit bigger as far as the square footage goes. And these are starting in the 400s. And I hate to say that, but every time I say starting in the 400s, they start about $499. I'm not 100% sure that these are all $499 and above. However, that's what you see quite a bit. I'm starting in the 400s. But what we're going to do is just go ahead and take a quick drive by some of the new construction homes, or the homes that are going up now by Taylor Morrison in another section of Northridge, right up the street here. So hold your horses. Again, it's a great part of the Palisades. All these homes are able to take advantage of some of the Palisades amenities. Here is the village at Northridge, and here's some of the new construction going on, as well as some that are already complete. So again, options galore at Palisades, and these are by Taylor Morrison. We are coming up on one of the neighborhoods that is being completed or newly built out by Lennar, and that's Brightwater. It says the low 400s. That'd be nice to see one in the low 400s, and I'm sure there are. But again, Lennar Homes building these. This is just down the street from the soccer complex, and it's a nice little community. 2-story front load, 2-car garages. Again, stone elevation with a lot of fiber cement, but there is some construction going on up here on the left. We'll take a quick look down there, and maybe we won't. I'm not going to go that far. But there is Brightwater in Palisades. Here we are heading past the golf course. One of the gated communities. We just went by Bear Creek, and coming up here on another gated community. I believe this one is the Eagles Landing. What we'll do is, did I say Eagles Landing? But I didn't mean that. We'll just drive through here, kind of show you the outskirts of the gated area. Again, a custom-built neighborhood inside the Palisades. Well over $1 million for these homes. Some of them golf course homes, some of them more interior. Again, just the luxury side of the Palisades, and it's right down the street from the Episcopal School and the private club for all Palisades neighborhoods. So I hope you like that little bit of a tour through one of the Regency homes by Toll Brothers down there in the Palisades. Just wanted to kind of give you a feel for what was out there. There are homes that are much larger, much smaller, built completely differently, built very similarly. Most of those homes in the Regency are ranch style homes with a second floor that might have a loft or a bedroom and a bath, something along those lines. The custom builders, since I went through a list of spec builders or bigger box builders, those custom builders, well, what they're going to bring to the table is pretty much whatever you want, and that's why they're called custom builders. And overall, the Palisades is made up of several distinct neighborhoods, a bunch of them, each with their own character and charm. Actually, there's probably about 20 neighborhoods plus associated with the Palisades, offering a huge variety of homes, pricing, amenities. And many of those individual neighborhoods, or enclaves as I like to call them in some of my past videos, many of those offer their own amenity centers such as pools, playgrounds, tennis, trails, and so on. A few of those neighborhoods include Enclaves, which is known for its ranch-style homes by Lennar, and they offer, like I said before, wide open concept layouts and some lakefront properties. Then you've got things like Bear Creek, which is fairly high-end, 4 sides brick, and is a gated community, as are Eagles Landing and Treetops. Those are all gated communities. Then there's next is the Lanterns, for example, featuring again Lennar's Legends product line, which is voice activated home automation centers and Wi-Fi certification. So again, there's Lennar with that space age stuff, which is pretty cool. Again, another neighborhood is called Montage, and that's a gated neighborhood with tree-lined golf course home sites, and they offer a lot of privacy and luxury. I'll go over a couple more neighborhoods. The next one is Morningside, and that's by combination of Shea and Ryan Homes, I believe. And that's perfect for families with spacious layouts, not the families, but the homes, and first floor owner suites. Now you look at Rusty Creek, and that's known for its mix of brick and special siding homes built by Ryland from way back, and Cal Atlantic. The last two, I talked about them already. Treetops, and as I just mentioned, they're custom homes by Kingswood, and they offer unique designs and high construction standards. And lastly, the home we just went through, Regency. And as I did mention, they're a targeted 55+ community and pretty much on the western side of Grand Palisades Parkway. And since I just mentioned Grand Palisades Parkway, that kind of is the major entrance to the Palisades, and that is right off of Route 49, which is York Road or South Tryon Road. It's changed names a couple times, or what people think of it. That's the main entrance. You got the big old giant waterfall, and that curves its way all the way through the Palisades. There is a back entrance off of Youngblood Road, and that gets you in kind of the southwest side of the Palisades and gets us to some of those more private neighborhoods. And speaking of those are communities kind of like Westerham, and I may have mentioned this already, where there's maybe a dozen homes and they're priced, all of them, in the $1 million and above range. And then you have sections like the Ranch, another gated community. I don't think I mentioned that, but those are the couple custom built sections with homes nearing 10,000 square feet and an equestrian focus, and again are priced in the multi-million dollar range. So you've got those at 4s and 5s, and then those in the multi-million dollar range. So you can see by what I just mentioned, there are all these different homes at Palisades, homes in all ranges of the price points. So you're up and down all over the place. So if you're enjoying this tour, just want to ask you to go ahead and press that like button. Make comments if you caught anything that I said by mistake. If you want to hear about some other neighborhoods like the Palisades, let me know. Hit that subscribe button, and we're about halfway through, so we're not done yet, so stick with us. Next up is talking about families with children and why they're going to really appreciate the excellent schools and the amenities serving the Palisades. Okay, you've got 3 really good schools serving the Palisades, and realtors really can't say that, can I? So go to niche.com or greatschools.org and look up the schools that are serving the Palisades. But I will tell you, right outside the gate, there's Palisades Park Elementary School. That's a top-rated school with a focus on academic excellence and then community involvement. You've also got Southwest Middle School. I think my son played soccer over there when he was in middle school a couple times, but they're known for their strong academic programs and, of course, soccer or extracurricular activities. And lastly is the Palisades High School. That's fairly new. I think it's about 2 years old. Offers a variety of programs to prepare students for colleges, and then also careers beyond that. So those are right outside the main entrance, and that Palisades High School looks like a college campus. Some awesome facilities. Shows you how they really are dedicated to sports as well as academics. I've got to show you this school complex. I already talked to you a little bit about it. In the high school facility right now, and what you see ahead of you out there is there we go, that's the middle school. But let me back out a little bit more again, and here's the football field. This is Palisades High School. Awesome complex, brand spanking new. Everything's new here at this school. Just 2 years old, I believe, this year. And then we've got the tennis courts. We've got a practice football and soccer field. These guys play They're a 4A school right now, probably going to be a 5 or 6A when we move to the bigger classifications in North Carolina, but they're the largest school classification right now for their sports activities. And again, just a top-notch facility. I hear the academics is great. Like I say all the time, check niche.com, greatschools.org to figure out, some of the details about those numbers, how many kids they send to college, the pass rate, the AP students, all that good stuff. Now, if you're taking a different route, there's several private school options nearby, including Palisades Episcopal School, which offers a rigorous academic curriculum along with community values instilled in their students. Then up the highway a little bit, of course, you've got all the private schools in the Charlotte area, and then some down south and some over towards Gaston County. So an abundance of schools. Take your choice. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the amenities at the Palisades. And so what I want to do is kind of get up out of the office chair, head out to those amenities, and then kind of show you them as we walk our way through. So out of the office and onto the lake, here's Lake Wiley in South Carolina. Actually, I'm on the North Carolina side. But what we're talking about here are the amenities at the Palisades, and they are really second to none. And you've got a ton of things, and what I'm going to try to do is piece them together as I go through the Palisades. And I'm starting here with the Freedom Boat Club. I'll probably end up here, not start here. But I want to go ahead and talk about things like the Palisades Country Club, which is an 18-hole private Jack Nicklaus golf course surrounded by a sports complex, a techno fitness room. And I said techno because it's new high-end technology-based stuff. You've got a tennis club in there, all that good stuff that you'd expect at a private sports club. So that's one thing. You've got miles of nature trails. You've got an equestrian center right there in the Palisades, an Episcopal private school that has summer camps for kids. Great stuff there. Obviously, lake access. Today is the day you want to be in the lake. It's about 90 degrees right now, just about 10:30, 10:45. So it's going to be a hot one. Then you've got the Palisades Private Residence Club, and that is, I'll show you that. That's pool, swimming, obviously at the pool, tennis, playground, a clubhouse, all that good stuff. Soccer fields where I spent a lot of time with my kids, even if I live in South Charlotte, coming down here for soccer games was not that bad. Soccer practice was down here as well. And then when I get back to the Freedom Boat Club here, I'll go ahead and talk about that. But just tons of amenities at the Palisades, a lot of them paid for with your dues, some that are private that you can get into, and things like the Freedom Boat Club here where it might cost a little bit extra to pay for that boat membership and use of the boats. But like I'm gonna say, it's a net jet type thing. And here we are at the, as you can see, the private residence club for Palisades residents. And this is the clubhouse. And what we've got on the back side, show you a little bit of that, is the pool area, tennis, playground, lots of activity locations, and like I just said, an awesome looking clubhouse. And that's right across from, that's the Episcopal School, I believe, and Montage, another one of the neighborhoods here in the Palisades. So here we are getting ready for the day, opening it up. Great looking pool, and then we've got tennis and basketball on the backside. And don't forget your trash cans. That's always needed. So here we go past the Residence Club again, showing you a little bit of the drive-by in the Palisades. And like I said, that's the one that everybody belongs to as part of your dues and your HOA fees and all that good stuff. Right here around the cul-de-sac at Snug Harbor and Calabash is Montage. So we're going to drive through there a little bit. On the left side across the street is that Episcopal school I was talking to you about. But very nice community built by Lennar Still, I believe, and standard Pacific Standpack, anywhere from probably the high sixes now to over $1 million for these homes. 4 to 6 bedrooms, 4 to 6 baths. It is a gated community, so these homes are just on the outskirts of the gated area, which we are coming up to now. So a very nice section of Palisades, and you've got, like I said, already a couple of these gated sections. And then what we'll do is we'll drive past some of the new construction right here going on, and just on the property of the Episcopal School here in the Palisades. And so you get some recreational activities going on there at the school with the youngsters. Palisades Soccer Complex used to be run by Charlotte United, then they were purchased by or merged with Charlotte Soccer Academy. So we are just outside the Palisades, heading south on Route 49, coming up onto Lake Wylie. So what we want to do is take a quick tour in here, see if we can take a look at one of the marinas and get a quick view of Lake Wylie from the shore. And speaking of amenities, this has got to be my favorite part of living near the Palisades, because a lot of times you live here because you want to be near or on the water. And this is Joiner's Marina. In part of Joiner's Marina is a lease section by the Freedom Boat Club. So that's where it's a franchise. They've got them all over the place. You can rent out boats you don't need to own. It's kind of like net jets. You can rent it out. You got to take some lessons, know what you're doing, of course, and then get out on the water. And I think it's very cost savings. There's Lake Wylie Marina across there. Over there, South Carolina. Right here's the Buster Boyd Bridge that goes over into South Carolina from North Carolina. But again, just wanted to show you this marina, Joiner's Marina, Freedom Boat Club, and the stash of boats that they have here for your use. It's a beautiful day for it. If you have any interest in finding out more information about the boat club, about the water requirements, let me know. I'd be happy to get you some details. If you know more about it, let us know. Send some comments and tell us what you know about the boat clubs. So I hope you enjoyed some of those amenities, and now we're back out of the heat, back into the office a little bit. I will say that I got a lot of the information from this video, for this video, from a variety of sources, including our local MLS, multiple listing service. Got the numbers from them. Various websites promoted by the various neighborhoods and the neighborhood builders, clubs, and businesses, as well as some of my own personal knowledge. If you know of some updates to the details I've left on here or have questions about anything I've presented, please just go ahead and add your 2 cents down below in the comments section. If you live in the Palisades or you have lived in the Palisades and want to add something, go right ahead and leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Now, one of the last things we're going to cover here is one of the best things about the Palisades, and that's its prime location. It's just a short drive from uptown Charlotte or downtown Charlotte if you're not from here, and it offers easy access to work and entertainment. The major road is, like we said before, 49, that comes right down from uptown, right into the Palisades front door. And for those of you who travel frequently and need to jump on an airplane, well, Douglas International Airport is conveniently nearby. Again, pretty easy access to get there on all the major roadways. Getting outside of Charlotte a little bit, then you're within just a few hours of the mountains to the west, beaches to the east. Beaches are probably from Palisades, I'd say you got to jump on 485 and then 74. I'd say somewhere around 3.5 hours. Mountains to the west, more like 2 to 3 hours, depending on where you want to go. Now, there are a lot of rolling hills and natural areas in the Palisades, but for those of you who want to get out a little bit more in nature and get out of your neighborhood, you can head right over to the McDowell Nature Preserve, and I do mean right over because it is right across the street from the main entrance, or pretty much across the street from the main entrance to the Palisades. McDowell, I've camped there before. We've had some events there before. They offer 56 different camping sites, a docking area on Lake Wylie where you can put your canoe, your kayak in, that sort of thing, a nature preserve, and an area for just cookouts and picnic type activities. And of course, with a lot of the new construction and one of the things I talked about in my last video, the 5 things that people hate about Charlotte, urban sprawl and growth, there's a lot of shopping, great medical facilities nearby, the schools I've already talked about already, and there's just tons of fast food and fine dining all up and down 49 or across Lake Wylie into the South Carolina side. That's just minutes away. If you're looking for some tools or some home improvement, again, you've got Rivergate Shopping Center, the home improvement stores, again, Fort Mills, a very walkable neighborhood, a very walkable suburb of Charlotte. Just some great things very close by. So if the Palisades sounds like the perfect place for you, give me a call. call your realtor, call your friend, find out more about it. As a realtor with over 21 years experience here in Charlotte, I can help you find your dream home here. So again, thanks for watching this video. Please go ahead and like it, share it with anyone, subscribe for more information about these neighborhood tours that I do and real estate tips. And thanks for joining me on this great tour of the Palisades. Stay tuned for more insights on the Charlotte area. Until next time, happy house hunting. Have a great day.